YVA Trades.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm in a trade here. I just started up the live stream again because I'm in a halt and it's about to resume. I'm getting ready to sell it. And I'll go over the trade in just a second. I tried to get the live stream going sooner, but I had to shut my computer down and start it back up again because the live stream wouldn't work. So unfortunately, you missed the entry. It should be resuming here any second. There it is. And I'm going to go ahead and sell it right there at $15.29. So that was a nice $170 winner. And it looks like it's probably going to halt again, maybe. So this was VVOS. We were looking at it this morning, trading it this morning, but I didn't do so well on it because it was consolidating. And now, of course, it's halted again. And so I was doing, I think it is anyways. See if it's halted there. Yep, halted at 1603, so it would have been worthwhile to hang on to that. All right, so backtracking here, I was doing my trade review, kind of uploading my YouTube video and stuff. I was going to put the thumbnail on and say, hey, I had $0 today because I made nothing. And then I looked over and I saw this. VVOS had halted going up. It was this 5-minute candle on the 15-minute time frame. I was like, first off, I was like, okay, this stock was selling off. So why the heck was there so much volume that suddenly came into? But why were people buying here? Why was there so much buying? Those are questions I like to ask myself. Why? And how can I recognize that the next time it happens? And one thing I was noticing was it was a 15-minute equilibrium breakout setup. So we started breaking over that level, 1190, which was right here. And you can see the volume coming into it. I'm sure people were anticipating ahead of time, but it was a nice 15 minutes setup. I want to see what the 2-minute looks like on this. Oh, well, yeah, so 1190. The time frames don't line up completely here. That's fine. On the 2-minute, you had the breakout spot here, and you can see that was the important spot because we actually back tested that. Excuse me. Let me just zoom in on that. So you can see the back test of that level after we broke out over it. Halted going up. I jumped in it right here as it pulled back. So let me go ahead and bring the 1-minute back up here again. So after it halted, I got my trading windows back open. I'm trying to get the live stream up and going. It would not function for me, unfortunately. And this thing, it resumes flat. It makes a big move up and then it pulls back. And I had a limit order in down here at $12. And I thought, well, if it drops back to $12, maybe, I'll get filled and then I can sell it on a quick little pop up. And I got filled, but then it didn't really pop too much. And I was waiting for a bigger pop and then it pulled back even more. And I'm like, well, if it pulls back to the volume weighted average price, that's fine. So it pulled back even more. I added to it. And then as it was starting to move back up, I was selling some of it just to mitigate a loss in case it did drop further and halt going down. And then it started making this nice, incredible move up. It came up to the highs. I sold down here. I was in it twice. I sold half and half of the first position. So I sold the first position on this little jump up, and I sold half of the second position when we got up to this high. And then I held the rest and it got halted. And then you just saw where it resumed and I sold the rest on this resumption. And so that put me from $0 on the day to $202 profit. I was down 30 on VVOS at the end of the live stream. So I just got through making a $200 profit on that trade, and that was pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Let me see. I don't have the chat up right now. So if you were chatting at all with me, I apologize. I didn't see anything. Let me get that loaded here real quick as my internet is kind of freezing up. Okay, so there's the chat. Looks like I heard another halt. RDHL is halted. Definitely some good momentum today. RDHL halted. Let me see. MW Bill Ackman warns economy will fall off a cliff if the Fed doesn't hurry up and cut rates. Well, it's going to be a pretty slippery cliff if we're going to fall. One thing I was noticing too, and I was looking at SPY here on the 5-minute time frame. I was waiting for a 5-minute oversold conditions, and we kind of got it here, but it was after the fact. And then I saw this right here, and I was like, whoa, look at this. This thing is trying to find the bottom on the hourly time frame. So on any kind of big move up, whenever you start to consolidate on the hourly, you look at 5-minute oversold RSI conditions. And we did get oversold by a little bit right here. You can't see it here because it happened while the candle was forming, and it closed a little bit higher, so that cooled off the RSI. But it was just enough of a bounce, and then we came back and we back tested it. This is a 5-minute trend change telling us that our hourly higher low is set. And I saw this breaking out here, and I was like, I really wish I had enough money to jump into SPY right now. I did, however, trade SOXL. Made 20 bucks on that. This was the breakout spot. 50. I thought it was right in here. I don't remember exactly now where I traded it. Oh, was it here? No. I don't remember where it was at. Anyways, yeah, I made 20 bucks on that, and so now, and I don't know if I had this up where you could see it. This is the right screen to look at. This is that equilibrium here I was talking about. So nice equilibrium, bull break on SPY. So now we're looking for that hourly higher low to be set, and we're looking to see if we can get back up to the high of day. Another thing to note is where that consolidation was happening was the gap fill level. That was the high from, was it yesterday, I think? Yeah, it was the high from yesterday. So we'll see if the bulls can hold that level and continue higher. So VVOS resumed low, and it made a move up, made a move down as well. I didn't want to trade on a resumption because we've halted a couple of times here, so I wasn't sure if we were due for a pullback. So yeah, that was nice. Really, really nice. RDHL, let me pull that one up real quick here. I don't know if I'm not really watching GameStop, but well, we can go over here, take a look at RDHL. It halted at 7:56. Resumption should be at 8:01, which is coming up here in a minute. That candle range is 52 cents. If I were to get in a trade on this looks like a good hourly breakout possibly. I would want to put like a limit order probably down at $3 in case it pulls back right away. Maybe closer to the volume weighted average price even, move it down to like there. I don't want to take a big loss now that I'm green on the day, but I think it's worth a shot to see if it pulls back into this area. I'm not really sure. RDHL, I've never traded it. It's Red Hill Biopharm, so it's a pharmaceutical company, I guess. Halted on circuit breaker to upside stock, now up 43.9%. So it made some moves the end of the day yesterday, and also, it must have been up on the gap scan yesterday because I see it made moves in the early part of the day too. Looks like it halted here yesterday. Pretty good move, 100%. So maybe it won't resume. Oh, there's the resumption. There's the pullback. I don't feel good about it. I'm just going to cancel that. Let's see if I want to watch it though. See what it does here. See if it comes back to 3 or the volume weighted average price. VVOS now making its next move up. I put in a bid order on VVOS. I didn't market buy in. See if it can hold up here. So far, it's meeting some resistance there. I don't want to take a loss and go red on the day. Let's see if it'll go. I'll give it a chance. I'm going to sell half of it at a loss I'm just going to go ahead and I got my limit order in there. I'm just going to go ahead and flatten it. So I took a $50 loss there. My reason for getting in this is so it breaks out and then it pulls back, and I jump in it with a limit order on a pullback looking for that next big move up, but I don't like this next candle. I don't like the fact that we didn't close above this level. Yeah, and so I think right there, I think I'm going to end my day for a second time, being up $151. So that's nice. So that gets me a little bit of cushion on the $1 million challenge. So now instead of $0, 151.79. There we go. That gives me a little green candle here to start with a lower wick. So I dropped below 42,000. Now I'm back up above it. Looking okay. Very small green day, but I'll take it. Take those wins where you can get them, right? That was a really nice play on VVOS, and here we come dropping back down. So if I was going to trade again, I might get in here looking for, you know, a higher low above this level. Being cautious of, you don't want to get stuck in a halt going down, and now it looks like we might get 5-minute consolidation maybe. Upper wicks. Yeah. So I hope that my volume is on. It looks like it is. Came back to live stream a while back and my volume was off. Live stream the whole thing with no volume. I'm watching GME here. See if it's going to get above the volume weighted average price. Hourly inside bars. Tightening up on the 5-minute. Going to break eventually. Which way will it go? Got to get over 1592 to break it bullish. Got to drop below 1487 to break bearish. And if it's a bear break, you want to break both those levels. If it's a bull break, you want to break both those levels. It does favor the bears right now. It's a lot easier for the bears to break these levels than it is for the bulls to go that high and break through those. But it's actually about mid-range right now. Nah, it's favoring the bears a little. Well, the market's pulling back a little more than I wanted to see. Not holding that 5-minute double bottom and higher high, so our trend change is failing. And we'll see if we get a big flush down with a 5-minute oversold. That would be pretty cool. So far, VVOS is holding this support. So we have basically a tightening range. You had a break over this level, but we didn't hold it. So tightening up. So SPY coming back down to that support. I mean, I don't mind sticking around and trading more if there is more price action to trade. I mean, I like making money. RDHL really gave it up over here with that halt going up and then that flush down. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I pulled my limit order and didn't take a trade on that. That would have been very bad. ROBR. Yeah, that one was just flat, right? And it just never, just big move up and then flat. I wonder if it was like a buyout or something. So BMEA off of the gap scan this morning is making some moves higher. Coming up to resistance of $15. That's light volume though. Okay, so the stock market is breaking support for the moment. Wouldn't be surprised. So what the bears want to see here is a little bounce and then another rollover. 15-minute lower high. So we've already got a 15-minute lower high and now going here for a lower low. So maybe the bears starting to take a little bit of control here. Cooling off the RSI. Just looking for an hourly higher low. We could pull back a long ways and still have a higher low above 453.77. Okay. Wow, that's a big drop. Let's watch that 5-minute. Here we go. 5-minute oversold coming up, probably. And VVOS breaking out again. And I think she's halted at 1738. Nope. It was a false halt. And now maybe it's halted. Still not. So that was a quick little 5-minute higher low and higher high. So the daily time frame on VVOS. Kind of has a history of gapping up and selling off, but today though, there's another gap up and sell off. Big move. Highest volume that I can see ever with this volume candle. Highest volume VVOS has ever had. Pretty crazy. Daily time frame, we got a big old resistance up here, so anybody that was any bag holders from way back here are getting their money back now. Got a pretty critical double top here. I wonder what that looked like on the smaller time frame. Let's go take a look at that. What level? That's 1401. Let's see what that looked like. 1401, that was down here. Oh, that was our gap. Oh, it was also pre-market. So we came up to that pre-market, and then we came back up to it here. We halted. That's the halt that I got into. We halted right below it, resumed above, back tested it, took off again, and halted again. Nice breakout there. I'm trying to get in it, but I don't know if my order's going to get filled here. Okay, there it got filled. I'm going to put in a limit order to sell some of it. It's a really nice break. I'm looking for follow through. Trying to get filled on the rest. I want to see the move up to 19. There we go. Taking the profit there. That puts me back up over 200. Let's see if we get up to 20. This thing is on fire. So that was that level that we broke out over, could not hold. Pretty good resistance. Finally got over it. There's the little back test right here. And then we broke. I wasn't quick enough to jump in it as it was breaking, and it just took off. A lot of buyers on that. This is nice price action considering the market itself is being taken over by the bears in the short term. Looks like 5-minute oversold here, possibly. Want to see some volume come in on it and a kind of more of a fast move down. So there it is. Nice pullback there to this level. Bulls buying the dip off of that level. So the technical analysis on this stock is working. I'm up 200 on the day. Don't know if I'll trade this again, but I'm watching for a good setup on it. If you're joining me late, I got in over here on this halt going up. I bought this pullback and got in a halt going up and sold it up into here. And now I just took another trade on it when it pulled back here to this previous resistance, now support, and as it was breaking out, I jumped in it there and sold it. And then it just got through back testing this previous 1775 level. And on the daily time frame, we are now coming up to $20, coming up to $20.98, that resistance from way back there. The last time it gapped up open really big. This is pretty incredible movement on this stock, considering most of the time it gaps up, it sells off. It gaps up, it sells off. And the volume on this thing is the highest it's ever been. The weekly time frame. So in the history of this stock, look at that volume. That's crazy. That's all today. We had a big move back here too. This one went from $10.98 all the way up to $74 back here in January. Will we see that kind of a move today? With more volume today than there was back then. Lots of interest on this stock. So they have sleep apnea devices. They got regulatory clearance today. That is the news on this. Okay. So here we are pulling back now. What time is it? We're a new 5-minute candle, consolidation, a little pullback here. We'll see if we bounce off of 1775. We already did once. And GME breaking out of its consolidation. It's still an hourly inside bar though, so have to be aware of that. Let's see what SPY did. Did we ever get that 5-minute oversold? We sure did, right here. So now, is that the bottom? We got our 5-minute oversold. Is that our hourly higher low? Coming right down to this support line that I drew. So we had to get all the way down there to get 5-minute oversold. So we'll see if this marks the bottom for the day and if we start to see a move back up now. QQQ. 5-minute time frame, oversold. Is there a level there that we pulled back to? Not really. This is 4-hour time frame. There we go. The hourly time frame. So the same kind of level, pulled right back to it. So that's a good level to pull back to. 5-minute or hourly consolidation. 5-minute oversold. Looking for that to be our bottom. Let's take a look at. Hey, I know a guy that likes Tesla. Tesla, not 5-minute oversold. Tesla is a little weaker, but also coming back to a support level. It's a gap fill for Tesla. We'll see on that one. What else can we look at? Let's take a look at, how about the healthcare sector, XLV? Yeah. This one looks a little different. I don't know what we look like. Oh, so it's not as strong. XLF, financial sector, it is strong. What did it do on, so that is the hourly. I haven't looked at some of these in a long time. Wow, nice hourly breakout. Daily, wow. Pretty impressive there. That's pretty strong. Are we at all-time highs on that? No, nowhere close. The while I consolidating pretty good here now on VVOS. So we got our high up here. Do we get to see a move up to that daily level of $21? It's kind of a sloppy looking head and shoulders look here. So GME, I haven't found a trade that I want to take on it yet. I'm a little shaken from it this morning. I really, really want to see us break out of this hourly inside bar pattern. So right now, to me, it's kind of sideways chop. I know it's moving up here, but I feel like it could top out at any second. Until we break out of this consolidation, I'm not really too interested in it. Look at VVOS here now. I don't feel confident enough to take that trade. Let me get back over to SPY. I do want to keep an eye on that. What's SPY P? I don't know. Never heard of it. So we surpassed our gap fill level, but we did pull back to that 455.10 area. 5-minute oversold. Inside bars. But we're not getting a V-shaped bounce like I want yet. Yeah, nice move here on VVOS. Not the big high-flying day I wanted, but $211 is pretty good. Okay, so do we get an equilibrium here? Favors the bears right now. There's the break. Now this one likes to break its lows and then turn around and go back up. So it's the break of the low, a back test of this resistance area, support area. 5-minute consolidation is underway. And we have a 15-minute candle that's going to close soon. So we broke that support. Now bulls buying the dip. We'll see if we get back up over 19. GME here with the little equilibrium bull break happening. There's the break on GME. So here on this break, had a lot of volume come into it. Still an hourly inside bar. SPY is coming back down to its support. That's an inside bar bear break. Still 5-minute oversold. And GME finally breaking that hourly candle bullish. So we are breaking out of the hourly inside bar pattern now on GME. Still have 1641 resistance overhead. A new 15-minute candle. So that was a nice gradual move up by GME. Some high volume, low volume on the pullbacks. Remember VVOS over here, consolidation, broke the low on the 5-minute and then turned around and made a run to the highs. So now we're consolidating again. If we lose 1685, we'll lose our 15-minute candle low. So there we lost the 15-minute candle. Just barely, just by a few pennies. GME dropping back to the EMA. First time it tapped the EMA since it made this move up. Had I seen that, I probably would have jumped in it sooner. I mean, a little tiny tap here, but after this breakout, this is the first time we've back tested it. I almost jumped into VVOS here. Put in a bid order and see if it gets filled, but I really don't want to market buy. I'm going to cancel that bid order. I don't quite feel good about it, but it looks good for a breakout here. It's a little equilibrium. We had the bear break, bulls bought the dip. Volume was pretty high on this candle. There was a lot of trading. GME now going for it all here. Grinding higher. Nice bounce off of the EMA. So I could put in a limit order there. Not going to get filled, am I? So I'll get back out of it or cancel it. I put in a limit order there to try to get in on that pullback, but did not get filled yet. So FL is coming up to the VWAP. It's a 15-minute setup. Just not having any luck with my limit orders. There I had some luck, I guess. There we go. That puts me up to 250. And I'm gonna close my trading windows. It's getting late in the day. Thought I'd stick around a little bit today and just see what I could do. My trading windows are closed now. I almost gave back my profit on that trade, so that's why I'm stopping. But that's a nice break. I'm a little bummed out because I was going to buy it when it was pulling back here. And I did put in a limit order, but it didn't get filled because this is what I was looking at. It's a nice setup, 5-minute time frame. So GME, if it gets up over 1641, look out, it might just start screaming higher. That is a nice breakout. I've already closed my trading windows. Good thing, because I would have been tempted to jump in that. 251.85 is my final on the day. All right, so starting off with a green candle, I got a little bit of cushion for tomorrow, and looking forward to continuing this trading journey here at YVA Trades. Thanks for joining me on this second live stream of the day, and I hope it has been somewhat educational. Good luck on VVOS and GME. I hope to come back later on in the day and look and see that it went screaming higher and that it's going to give us more opportunities tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.